Oh man, nothing quite like freezing to death in the middle of an Arctic wasteland. But if you look behind me, we do have lunch right back on the menu. Anyways, welcome back everyone to Vintage Story. And before I talk about my plan, we have some animals to kill for future food. Ow. Okay, looking at my health bar, I did get hit a couple of times just attacking foxes, but I think that's a good lesson on why I am nowhere near capable of fighting a bear. Because if a singular little fox can do like half of my health in 2 hits, a bear would pick me up so quickly and snap me in half like a Slim Jim. So we are going to be avoiding that, but now that we have collected, I would say another 8 raw bushmeat, or actually not 8, it's more like 5 raw bushmeat and an extra piece of fat, I can talk about what I'm going to be doing today. And that thing that I will be doing is actually settling down, setting up a proper fishery, and starting to harness that good stuff. Because as nice as being a nomad is, I am really neglecting all of the other food sources that I could be capitalizing on, right? So right now, I want to find the perfect spot that's nearby a lake so I can actually set up a semi-permanent igloo to where I can always have passive food income. And right now, I don't really see any good candidates for it, but looking at the map, we do have a long ways to go. So right now, I would say I want to follow this lake here and cruise in this way to see if I can find any larger patches of forest. And so we continue to munch. Oh yeah, and one last thing I forgot to mention, the outside temperature is currently -1 degrees, so this is the perfect time to actually get out and to explore. And I have seen a very nice little swath of trees down over this way. It's actually just a really nice little lake, I would say. There's around 12 to 13 trees, which should keep me warm for quite a while. And from the looks of it, there is a small lake. So if I can place down a trot line in that area, I think that'll be the best spot for me, especially because it opens up a whole bunch of exploration opportunities as well. Yeah, no, looking around, that is the only promising land that I'm gonna see for quite a while. But the cool thing is that you can actually see the trees off in the distance even when looking at the map, which is something that I find extremely cool. And on top of that, I think I actually see the Arctic stash that I want to hit up as well. Man, I love the Arctic. You know, I was a big hater at the start, but with it being so flat and monotonous, it is extremely easy to figure out where the hell you are. Also, is that snowed in? That isn't. Okay, that's another thing I need to worry about. If I fall through any of the lake ice, my life is going to take a turn for the worse. Because 1, getting wet in the middle of the Arctic would freeze me like a popsicle. So I do need to be cautious about that. And I'll be real with you, the only things that I care about are forageables and more importantly clay, because looking around the area, there's gonna be no clay this entire playthrough. At least a naturally occurring clay, because you know, it's an Arctic biome, and clay only spawns in warmer climates, so the only chance we do have of finding some is with the little loot boxes here. So, I might have to dig into this place actually. Huh. That's pretty cool. The cool thing is that breaking lake ice is actually... Oh no, this is all water, isn't it? Okay, this might get a little bit messy, but I do have a proper way of combating it. And that's placing down a single snow block, removing said snow block, and hopefully that should remove the water in it as well. Yeah. That's all we need to do, and I can see what this cracked vessel has for me. We also have some bony soil, and we have ourselves a cracked farming vessel with even more flax fibers. And are those feathers? Oh my, they're feathers. Okay, that's extremely good. And lastly, we have ourselves some bony soil, which I will start to collect. If you guys don't know, collecting bony soil means you can pan through it with a wooden pan, and with the wooden pan, you can get stuff like arrowheads, tools, and a whole bunch of other cool things that I don't have access to currently. So we're gonna jump down. What can I throw out for it? Honestly, we don't really need the fire starter right now, and that's because I have the torch. And would you look at that as well? I'm looking at my mini-map right now, and I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but the snow on top of that cobblestone ruin actually blends it into the environment very well. That right there, that is a structure, so we are gonna have to keep our eyes pretty peeled in just the actual, like, character view, because ruins like that are gonna be able to just go right under my radar. But we have made it to the second cobblestone ruin, so let's see what kind of a vessel we can get out of this one now. We got ourselves another seed vessel. Why is it always the damn seeds? I can't use that for literally anything. But one thing I can do is dig around the sides a little bit to potentially find more bony soil. And there it is, even more RNG goodness. Quite a few at that as well. Damn. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Hold on here. That's a new species of animal. Because that right there is a snow hare. Oh, get over here, you little goober. It's time for me to have some rabbit dinner. You know what's the best part about rabbits? You actually get red meat out of these bad boys, which is very good for calories and satiety. If only this thing wasn't 10 times faster than me in the damn snow. But alas, we humans have better stamina, and it's only a matter of time, little guy. Come on, die. Seriously, though, you're really embarrassing me. Oh, okay, wow, I guess we failed the task successfully. The little guy was so scared he threw himself off the nearest cliff and died a very terrible death. But that means I can get a little bit of raw red meat out of him. Question is, do I want to replace anything? No, but I can put my torch in the offhand to circumvent that. Okay, cool. It's not much, but it is definitely something. And hopefully we find more rabbits like that in the future, because if I ever get my hands on a clay bowl, I can turn those little guys into stews, which are the most efficient way to actually cook food. Oh yeah, I'm looking at that little area in the distance, and I am having a very good vibe about it. Which is good because it is getting dark out, so setting up camp is definitely advised. And so it's finally time to see if the traveling was worth it. Okay, I thought that was a bear for a second, but it's more Arctic foxes. But I don't really care about the Arctic foxes right now because all I care about is to figure out if this lake is deep enough for me to fish in. Hopefully it is. We'll go out to the middle of the lake just for the highest chances. And looking at it, this is definitely not large enough. No, that... Is it? Actually, it does look like it goes down about 7 blocks. We're gonna try just a quick little test run here. Just 3, bop-bop-bops like that. Ba-ba-da-boom, we can set that down. Place down this. And I can't place the damn cordage. Yeah, no, it just doesn't want to work. I have no idea why. Okay, well, this is gonna get bad very quickly, huh? Why doesn't it work? Alrighty, it seems like I can't place down the trot line here. I have no idea why, but all that makes me want to do is to set one up properly. I think it might be no, it's pretty damn deep here. I'm wondering why I can't set it up. Well, I guess we can try a different lake and maybe some other zones here. Maybe try, in different patterns as well. I'll be honest, I'm getting pretty damn desperate for fish right now, so... Oh no, it just doesn't want to work here, huh? Okay, that's fine. We can try the larger lake right across the area, and hopefully that'll work, because it is getting colder, and I would love to set this up before it gets any worse for me. Oh yeah, now that's a deep lake. Yeah, so deep in fact, I can't even see the bottom. That's mildly terrifying, but it should be a bit better of a chance to set up a decent trot line. So let's go grab these rough 2-hewn fences, bam, boom, and... Why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? Does it just not work with these rough-hewn fences? What is going on? I'm going to die out here. I'm actually gonna starve out here. I have no idea why these don't work anymore. I'm also getting extremely cold. It is dropping to -7 degrees very rapidly, and I might just have to set up a quick campfire and just troubleshoot it over the course of the night. Life in the Arctic sucks, dude, but at least we will survive a little bit longer. Alrighty, we've been waiting here a few minutes, and I've bumped up my body temperature to 37.5 degrees, which is 10 times better than what it was before, which was 34 degrees. So now I feel a little bit more confident in actually setting this thing up. Maybe the game just hates pine wood. I'm gonna go make a couple of stakes and see if that works instead. And of course I need dirt or gravel to pull that off. Well, we're just gonna use bony soil because I have no other ideas right now. Boom. It'll work out, all right? And we can actually test to see if this is gonna be a viable strategy for me. Because I'll be honest, a lot of my strategy for the Arctic was to, you know, use fishing. Oh my god, it works. Okay, it looks like I can't use these fences for whatever reason. Throw them out, gross, icky. Oh, this is huge. And you know what that means? That means that I can set it up at the other pond, which is something that I will do because it's a lot closer to me. So let's go pack everything up and finally move location. Yep, all of the twine or cordage will move up to the top as well, and I can grab just about everything. Please tell me the bony soil sinks. God dang it, dude. Well, at least I figured out that that we can use other things. So let's go move back, grab our nice little campfire, and settle down where I wanted to in the first place. How's the food looking though? Ooh, it's looking cooked. Awesome sauce. That's another 12 bushmeat ready to rock. Hey, and I just remembered, I'm actually gonna have to use the bony soil for this, because I do have gravity enabled for gravel blocks, which is what I was planning on using before I realized if I drop it down in the water, it's just gonna sink to the bottom. And the sand does the same thing as well. So really, the only thing I can use to prop it up is bony soil. So that kind of makes me digging through dead bodies and ruins even more important, because I can't use snow to pack it in, and I can only use the clumped up remains of dead people to bolster my own survival. So you know what? I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Let's go set up a proper trot line now, somewhere that's pretty deep, which is honestly right here. Boom, bingo, bango, bongo. That's all 8 pieces of my cordage taken up, and now that we're done with that, I can go grab these bones, combine it with my knife so I can make fish hooks. We're gonna need 8 fish hooks, just like that. A lot more resource reliable than using flint. Setting them up all across the area. And this might sound a little insane, but given how much foxes are around, I'm gonna use a couple of morsels of raw bushmeat to hopefully catch more fish. We're only gonna use 4 because that is quite a large number, but with that we should be able to catch fish pretty quickly, and as soon as we do catch fish, I can get into a nice little groove. But now that we have that down with a little bit of meat, we can let that cook up, and now I can set up my base. What the hell is that? Oh my. Okay, that's a drifter. And surprisingly, the drifter is Arctic themed, which is something that I wasn't expecting. I think this grudge-like being pulled— ow, what the hell? It just threw a freaking rock at me. Okay, wow, okay, we're gonna be like this, huh? So yeah, drifters are kind of like amalgamations of people, mutants, Silent Hill type creatures that crawl out of caves and come out of rifts. And right now, this idiot thinks he can fight me. Actually, oh no, I just realized something. If you look at my sanity right now, we are actively losing sanity. I don't think we can stay here. As much as I would love to. We have just settled in an apocalyptic rift activity zone. Yeah, no, we can't live here. Okay. We have to leave. We have to leave now. I am actively losing my marbles right now, and if I stay here any longer, I am going to go insane. But hey, look at that. We caught some food. Oh my, that's pretty huge. Look at that little guy. It's a nice old carp. God dang it, dude. I just set down my damn base and I have to move. Okay, whatever. I don't care. We need to get we need to leave. We need to leave. I can't do anything here anymore. We need to find a greener pasture. So, how warm are we? 37 degrees. It's gonna have to work. I feel really sad because of the amount of resources I've wasted, but I can't afford to be here any longer. But I can afford to maybe save this one piece of bony soil right now if I can help it. I'm gonna use up all of the snow, but it's so worth it to have the bony soil. Bada boom. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the second one. That's fine, though. We're getting the hell out of here. By the way, all I can say is this actually sucks eggs. We do have a nice fish to show for it, though. I mean, look at that little guy, you know? A nice carp out here. I'll be honest, we're gonna move for quite a while, so I will see all of you till then. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna let that dampen out my spirits any further. Also, there's so many damn foxes here. I gotta. And while I'm at it, I'm also gonna process the bluegill and carp into fish fillets so I can save some space in my inventory. Cool. And now I can also use that to bait future fish with instead of the bushmeat. Oh man, there's no trees for miles out here, dude. It's all actually nothing. Okay, instead of going south then, I say we go eastward. East is never the least disappointing. Wait, never the most disappointing. I don't know, dude. I will take a small forest with 5 trees. Oh, also, it looks like there's a massive snowstorm happening right now. Perfect. It's a good thing I'm not going down there to settle down. We're instead gonna stay on the high ground for today. Hello? Oh, that's just a dead animal here. Well, your food. Thank you. By the way, I'm looking around and I'm not having a lot of faith. Why are there... Huh. I see this is your kill, Mr. Bear. You know what? I'll let you keep that. That is terrifying. I'm not having a good time right now. Oh man, there's so many animals here though. Well, I mean... Well, might as well make this entire trip worth it for one thing, right? Okay, the other foxes are gone, but we've just prepared ourselves for the future. And when I meant this way, I actually meant this way, because if I look down to the south, there is a small clump of trees next to a lake. It is the best chance I have for survival, so I'm gonna take it. And despite everything that has happened to me, I still am remaining optimistic about this. Maybe it'll open up future opportunities for me, you know? Why are there so many rips and bears? What did I do to deserve this? This place sucks. Oh, how's it looking? Very high rift activity, huh? Let's hope that goes down because I'm almost here. I think we might have actually found it. A nice little cloister of trees, and potentially a home for me. It's been so long, and honestly, I'm not actively losing my mind, so I will head over there, and we're gonna set up our damn fishery today. Yeah. Whew. If I would have failed, that would have spelt disaster for me and my expedition, but I think we can finally call the place home. I don't want to jinx it, though. God knows what could be out there in the trees. By the way, completely unrelated, but that tree's extremely green compared to everything else here. We're not going to be settling here, though. We're going to be settling right down over here. And already, I love this place. First of all, rift activity is high, but I could care less at this point. It's not apocalyptic like I saw before, and we're not losing our sanity, so I will count that as a win. Also, the amount of trees in the area is such a nice boon. It also looks like it's actually warming up a bit for me from all of the snow melting, which is pretty cool. And lastly, it's time to see how nice this place actually looks. Right, because that's what matters. What the hell is going on over there? Huh, I think a lot of the snow is actually melting right now because it is 3 degrees outside. Holy crap. It is warm, which is also good for me because I can set up the fishery. Let's see how deep this is. Not deep at all. Okay, that's fine. We can instead, actually, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna move down to this massive lake over here. It has trees, it has everything I could need. Yeah, no, we're moving over there. Ooh, also, free ruin. Let's see what we got here. We have a nice forage vessel with even more dry grass and sticks. Completely worth it. And on top of that, we got more bony soil, which is technically more steak material. Hell yeah. I'll count that as a win. And now it's finally time to see how nice this whole lake area looks. And honestly, it brings a tear to my eye. It's all melted over right now, but what I see is a deep lake surrounded by many trees. And more importantly, the current rift activity is only high. This is perfect. And the best part, we can actually see how deep this lake is, and from the looks of it, there are some deep patches. Okay, this is it. This is my house now. This is as good as it's gonna get, man. Let's try not to slip down. Let's go set up our nice little fishery with the clear ice joining us. Finally, making a decent fishery. Oh man, it's been a long time coming, but bada boom, we got it. Actually, I could extend it out by a couple more pieces. You know what? It's fine. It's okay. What I can do instead is just hang it off the side here and the side over here. It'll work just as fine. I'll tell you that much. And now I can set down every single fishing hook here. Bada bingo. Baiting it with the fish and other raw meats I've found before. And hopefully, by the time I'm done building my nice little house, we will have some real food. Up next, we are gonna be setting up our base. Away from the shoreline, of course, because I don't really want to live in a place that could get flooded out. Instead, moving up, let's say right over here. This place looks good enough, so let's go dig out the initial blueprint and build on top of it. There we are. It kind of looks more like a pyramid than an igloo, but if you enter, the interior's actually pretty comfy to where I can set up my nice little campfire right here, get that cooking, and finally, I can relax just a tiny bit. Now, the best part about having an actual base now is that I have a place to actually set some of my materials away at, right? Now, I can't do traditional, like, containers, like reed baskets or chests, right? Because that requires reeds and wood. But what I can do instead is lay down some dry grass, let's say like right here in this corner, and use said dry grass. Hold on, I need to take this firewood here because this is very important. But basically what I'm going to be doing is making a bunch of fake campfire pits, right? And the main reason why I am doing this is because I can just remove all of that, drop down my actual fire pit here, and use this to store random things instead. As you see, it works extremely well. Now, I can only drop down 2 things at a time, but when you're in the Arctic, having any sort of carry capacity is extremely nice. So boom, we got ourselves a decent home. And now that we do have this, I can actually go mark this down on my map as my actual home, pin it, and now let's go check on our nice little fishing traps. And with it, we can finally batten down the hatches and try to thrive in this environment, which means I can go out, explore, and do all that fun stuff while having a place to call home. And this place is actually really awesome here. There's a bunch of trees and other like ruins here. But look at that! We got ourselves a nice trout, it seems. And with that, we can actually cut them into fillets and continue the cycle. Bada boom. I am so happy to see my fishery actually working now. We're gonna go bait up a couple more pieces just like that as well. All right, we were able to set up a nice fishing line and we were able to get a house down. I think that's good enough for today. It's 0 degrees out, we have survived 4 days, and our rift activity isn't apocalyptic, so I'll count it as a win. Anyways, if you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more. Next episode, I think we're gonna dig around ancient ruins in hopes of finding other resources that I need, like clay, and also hunting in general. But for now, I'm gonna end it off here. I will see all of you till next time. Peace the hell out.